Leading international trainer Mike de Kock. Mike, you've got Mushrak in the Derby, fourth to Jackson last time. Can you turn the tables here?
Be tough. I think the way Jackson won, even with a 6 pound difference, it's going to be very difficult. He didn't travel well down last time, so I'm expecting an improvement. And we're taking the blinkers off. He was too keen in the blinkers, but he'd also come down the week of the race, didn't eat well. So I'm expecting an improvement out of him. But personally, I don't see us turning the tables on Jackson. I was very impressed with the way he won.
I guess in those Derby races, there's always a bit of a question mark about the trip, but it doesn't look to be too much of a problem for him. He looks pretty fit.
No, he'll get the trip. There's no doubt about the trip at all.
Okay, in the Mallorca Stakes, you settle up two horses, Gibraltar Blue, drawn very well, and Well Wishier.
Yes. Two very nice fillies. Gibraltar Blue's hell of a classy, but very difficult. You'll see her racing style, and she doesn't want to know about being settled. So you get days where she gets to the front over the mile. If she gets there easily and gets a soft lead, she gets the mile. But if she's got to work, she runs out of puff. So not her ideal trip. Having said that, she has won over the mile before on a much tougher course. She's been down here for 3 weeks. She also raided in last time and just did too much in front. The other filly's a nice filly, Northern Hemisphere. So the longer she's here, the better she's getting. She's travelled unbelievably, and I'm expecting a big run from her.
You've managed to train two Met winners, igugu. Can she be the third for you?
It hasn't been an ideal prep, that's the only thing. I suppose us trainers are just way that you just never want to miss one day when you're going in a big race. But certainly when it comes to class and ability, there's no doubt that she could win the race. But we're going to have a lot go our way.
She's got impeccable form, but where do you see her dangers coming from?
Her dangers, I like the Apache. He's a horse that ran just behind her in the July. He's a horse. He's obviously a young horse. He should be improving. Form was, let me think, Bravura. He's a horse as well. He's won the Derby on this track, and I think Joey's been getting him ready specifically for this race. The 3-year-olds, you don't know. With those weights, you've got to respect them. But again, I think you'd know more about the pedigree of the More Than Ready horse, whether you'll get to 10 furlongs or not. I think they're probably better milers than they are anything else. Certainly the way he won the Queen's Plate would make him a runner if he gets the trip. If he gets the trip, if he runs anywhere near his rating, he'll be hard to beat. But again, the trip will be the question mark with him.
You've trained some really smart ones in your time. Where does she rate?
I keep asking myself the same question, and it's so hard to compare generations. But I've been very lucky to have trained some really special horses. But she's got to be up there in my top 4, 5.
Okay, you also settle up San Pietro, who's drawn very well, Mitchell Marwang on board.
Yeah, again, he was a horse that we thought was really cut out just to be a stayer, and then he goes and surprises us and runs like he does in shorter trips. No stamina doubts. He's a horse that can lead as well, all come from off the pace, so it'd be quite handy having the two of them in the race. But certainly he's there on his merits. He's not there to lead her. But he wouldn't be in her division really at level weights, but and all things being equal. But I think he's a horse that will be competitive on Saturday.
We know you spend a lot of your time over in Dubai these days, but how important is it to you to come back here and win races on JB Met Day?
Listen, I think it's always important. Again, one likes winning at home. You like to be competitive at home, and you're very comfortable at home. And I think it's like anybody who competes abroad. There is always that sense of satisfaction and a warmer feeling when you do win at home.
Quite a few runners for you on JB Met Day. Give us your best for the day.
I'm going to say Well Wishier. She's travelled unbelievably. I'd say between her and igugu.